counting my hardest days. Lord, won't you save me? Ooh, you know what I've been praying for, and I never thought I'd see this day. Yeah, I gotta make it change. And I think I've been counting my hardest days.
Writing plans to make a new report. Grind hard to turn my basement to a jewelry store. If you don't do it for your kids, then who you do it for? I'm trying to read and learn some shit I never knew before. Focus on investments, build me up some new resorts. We can manifest it. You rather hit the Louis store, wasting all your blessings. Caring about the ones who doubt you, just to impress some hoes who never gave a fuck about you. Just what I discovered. Never believed the family, that word is really your cover. Just a title that have the advantage to keep you under. I got niggas I consider brothers more than my brothers. Watching you show your colors. We living in a world where prison walls is deprivation. Living in a world with snitching calls for celebration. Living in a world where niggas crawl in segregation. Rainy nights in desperation, pray we fight the legislation. Protest until we flatline paralyzed. They throwing stones at my Black Lives Matter signs. Made a change, but we still not satisfied. I can't smile half the time, I'm still waiting, sitting, plotting on the couch. Cause I know that I ain't safe when all these cops is on the prowl. Trying to think of other ways, but we ain't got no other route. I'm starting to understand that shit that Pac was talking about. Word.
And I think I've been counting my hardest days. Lord, won't you save me? Ooh, you know what I've been praying for, and I never thought I'd see this day. Yeah, I gotta make it change. And I think I've been counting my hardest days. Lord, won't you save me? Ooh, you know what I've been praying for, and I never thought I'd see this day. Yeah, I gotta make it change. And I think I've been counting my...
Look, time is money and the clock ticking. I teach my son love and respect, that's a God-given. My sperm donor never been shit, just a flop. Listen, if it wasn't for my step-pops, I'd probably turn out different. Probably be in a cell doing a live sentence. Probably had 20 baby mamas and 9 bitches. Probably grow up misguided, twisted inside the system. Dropped out and failed cause nobody listened to my admission. Sick of getting in fights with niggas less educated. Sick of getting advice from niggas who never made it. Sick of being polite to people with lesser patience. Oftentimes I wonder where I would be if I never made it. The hating always comes from niggas that wish they had all your blessings of the clout. And bad vibes forever, but I'm destined on this route. I'm starting to understand that shit that X was talking about.
And I think I've been counting my...
Worst thing comes to worst, I fucking die a tragic death or some shit, and I'm not able to see out my dreams. I at least want to know that the kids perceived my message and were able to make something of themselves and able to take my message and use it and turn it into something positive and to at least have a good life.
If it ain't black on, I'm probably gonna use it to chop crack on. Hard white for all them hard nights I had my back on. Roach infested carpet, tiptoeing my mother's room. See a dresser and felt no pressure when taking a 20 off it. Compton like a closed coffin, we walking to school coughing. Often high off the gun smoke, Boston had at the front door. Cooking class, I'm J-Hove, rock it up on they stove. Me and my teacher going back and forth like No Name and J. Cole. You said I would never be what? I wouldn't amount to what? Now you in this Trader Joe's, same line saying what's up. Talking about how you like my songs, not knowing it was me. Security had me in that headlock and I told you I couldn't breathe. Now it's Black Lives Matter and white letters on your shirt. Now, how many black lives did you help or did you hurt? Did you handicap, block, push to excel, or did you hinder? Since hindsight's 2020, I guess you don't remember. Now you with your mixed child, having all these mixed feelings. But do your black husband know you tried to burn down our village? But never mind, front of line, that's for y'all to figure out. Just know that boy who wasn't shit bailed all his niggas out. And it's my black queen, I kiss her on her black lips. And she rock off-white, cause she support black shit. And I'm blacker than a Stiller helmet or a Spike Lee flick. Black like the pick stuck in the afro of Kaepernick.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You want beef with the king, what is you gonna do? We back. It's been a long time coming. This is Hood Tales with ConeHead. I apologize for the delays. I apologize for not being consistent. Just Thanksgiving and other stuff outside of this situation had me kind of tied up, but I'm gonna get back on my G shit. Just wanted to have a moment of silence for some people that passed away. Shout out to and rest in peace to Prince George Pinkney, friend of the family. His parents, came from New York back in the 80s. My mom and my dad, they formed a friendship, an everlasting friendship through, the journeyman of the cloth and everything. So, he passed away like I think on Thursday or something like that. Condolences to his family. Shout out to JT, aka Jigga. That was his baby mama uncle and shit. You know what I'm saying? They have had a few losses in the last couple of years. Rest in peace, Dante. He passed away back in 20 from COVID, and less than 3 years the uncle's gone. So, my condolences to the Pinkney family. I always want to say this when I start my show. I forgive, but I never forget. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, this is episode 131. Title is Nobody Wins When the Family Feuds. This is the holiday season, and a lot of us more and more from Thanksgiving down to Christmas are going to be spending a little bit more time with family members. And it's a lot of family that don't get along. It's a lot of family who don't even like each other, despise, hate, want to harm or hurt or kill each other. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the holidays kind of bring that together. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. It's a lot of healing that needs to go on in a lot of families across the world, and especially in the black community, because we seem to hold things, grudges. We seem to keep petty things going. And I understand some people have been hurt seriously in those circumstances, and I respect that and I understand that. And it's about us trying to heal as a family, because it's one thing, I understand when molesting and stuff like that come into the picture, you're not supposed to, hold on to it, but you're never supposed to forget that. You're supposed to forgive the individual who hurt you for you, not for them. Because if they never learned the lesson, they just never learned the lesson. You get what I'm saying? But I'm a very family-orientated person. I love all my cousins. I love all my aunts, uncles. God bless the ones that are here and the ones that are gone. Lord, rest in peace to them. And so the reason why I came up with this title is because, like I say, it's getting close to Christmas, and holidays are coming up, and we just celebrated Thanksgiving as a family, and it's just so amazing to see how my mom and dad's side of the family comes together. No issues, no problems, no beefs, no disagreements, no grudges, no nothing. And I know everybody's family is not like that, and I understand that and I get that, but sometimes we have to let things go. Sometimes we have to put things to the side and be a family and form together like Voltron, and that's the hardest thing for us to do sometimes as people. And I'm not going to say just the black family. It happens in all cultures and all different nationalities around the world. Like, you'll have families don't speak for decades, you know what I'm saying? And like, someone dies and then it's like, they might come together then, or they might say fuck them still, you know what I'm saying? But a part of the healing with family is just being able to forgive, and not say forget, but forgive wholeheartedly. And sometimes try to work things and talk things out. And I'll give you a prime example. Like my biological mother, like we had differences since I met her at the age of 15. And she did things her way, and I see where I get some of my stubbornness from. I see where I get, I see where I get a lot of my ways from. I got a lot of my mother's ways. I have my father's ways as well, but I have a lot of that lady's ways, and that lady is something unique, you know what I'm saying? So, to me, it's like when I met her at 15, you know, I had to still process the fact that, you know, I'm raised by another family, but this is my blood, you know? So, we've had our bumps in the road since the age of 15 when I first met her in the Durkeeville projects, you know what I'm saying? And it was just different, like to walk in her house and, you know, see this lady and, you know, she's my mother and I don't know how to really react or feel about it, you know? And so as the years went by, I ended up moving in with her one time when she stayed in Brentwood, and that went left because of the boyfriend, and I went and got a machete for Buddy because he was arguing with my mom. And when I first met him, I told him, as long as you don't argue with my mother in front of me or be disrespectful or anything, you know, regardless of where she was at in her life when it came to me and her relationship, she was still my mother. So I ain't gonna let nobody disrespect or trample on my mother like that, regardless of who she was. So I'm 17 at the time, so look at that. 2 years later, I'm staying with her because I got kicked out of high school, and my mama was like, you need to go live with Angela to see what it would have been like to be raised by her. So when I got that opportunity, trust me, it was an eye-opening experience, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it was crazy because, you know, that 17, I get into it with the boyfriend. She turn on me. We get into it. She hits me with this broom. I call mom, say, come get me. You know what I'm saying? So I had got that experience. And so as the years go by, we've had our fallouts. We had our share of real issues. Like when she was engaged to this one guy, it got ugly to the point where I had a gun, tears in my eyes, and I was driving down Southside Boulevard headed to the north because I was finna go put a bullet in everybody, her and him. And I'm just being honest. It might sound mean, it might sound whatever you want to call it, but that's just the reality because that's what was going on at the time. And I never hold no punches, and I never sugarcoat shit I talk about. But yeah, I had a 44 snub nose revolver, pistol grip on my way to go in everything with her and that nigga, because at the end of the day, Buddy got a little disrespectful. Buddy got a little outside himself, speaking on my father, who can't speak for himself because he's no longer here. And, you know, I don't know this man, and this is just my mama pillow talking or talking to him as a general, you know what I'm saying? And a situation popped up. I called to try to figure out what was going on because I know, you know, my sister can be a little dramatic. And then all of a sudden, me and him, he gets on the phone and he just goes in. And I'm like, I don't even know this man. I never had a conversation with him. And then he goes to speaking on we hating on him with my mama. And I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about you dating my mama, nigga. My mama changed men like she changed her drawers, nigga. You ain't nobody special or unique. Even though you engaged to her, what the fuck did that mean to me? I already got her dad. And I got kids myself, so that shit don't mean nothing to me. I'm not gonna be running around there calling your punk ass stepdaddy and shit like that. And so that incident happened. And after that incident happened, I talked to my mama who raised me, and she was just like, you go around there and do what you say you do, what I know you probably gonna do. You gonna be somewhere, sitting somewhere for the rest of your life, and your mama still gonna be living her life. But she didn't realize I wasn't going over there to let my mama have a life. I was going over to take her last breath from her because I couldn't understand how would you pick a man over your children. When my sister called her with the situation, and my mama flipped out on my sister, called me and flipped out about, oh, your sister always starting shit. And it was just like, dang, my childhood coming back all over again. And that wasn't a good place for me. So when I have those feelings or that flashback of my childhood, that turned me into a different person. So that's why it bothered me so bad, because I'm like, you always picking men over your children. That shit just used to fuck with me sometimes. So fast forward to when I get older, I have the situation with the case. I'm laying low with her, trying to hide out until I get my money together, because I was talking about hauling ass, and she had me there. She had this other dude she was messing with, and he was married. She didn't know I knew he was married, but she's calling this man her boyfriend. So I'ma stand corrected on this episode that the chick I was dating in Daytona wasn't my girlfriend. Basically, I was committing, I guess, what you would call adultery, even though she was still legally married to her husband at the time. So I had to recently come to that realization, and God put it in my mind that had to wake me up and give me a wake-up call. Like, son, that wasn't your girlfriend. That was just a woman you was involved with, because she was still legally married when you got involved with her. You know, I didn't find out till like a month and a half later, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. But she was involved with this married man, because I couldn't understand why all of a sudden Buddy kept coming around, but he would never take my mama with him to his house. And she would never go spend the weekend or spend the night with him. He's always wanting to be up under her roof. And so I peeped the play. So I guess Buddy didn't like the fact that I didn't embrace him, or I didn't accept him, or I didn't greet him in a way. I guess he thought he was royalty or some shit. But I already, you know, was understood and got to be explained. Like, I already knew what time it was. That's why I just spoke to the man and I kept it moving. You know what I'm saying? So when he stopped coming around because I was there, same situation that happened when I was 17, the men get mad because the kid, like, I came around. I'm like, I'm her child. Fuck y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, she agreed with them instead of, you know, your son or your children. And so when that situation evolved with that, you know, I'm on the run, I'm laying low, I'm trying to get my shit together so I can haul ass. And it just didn't work out, because she ended up, we got into it that morning. She called the police. They came. I didn't know that she was gonna come back and hit me with the law, but that's what happened. So I go to jail, I get out, I try to get my things from her house that was still there, outside of my guns getting taken by the police, because she let them take my shit. And then I get on the phone, she want to argue because I'm calling her, 'cause I'm like, look, my daddy coming to get my shit, I can't come on the property. And so, you know, her brother get on the phone, he on there talking that shit like, nigga, I saw you in the county jail, nigga, I could have fucked you up anyway. You up here molesting your daughter and shit, nigga, I don't have no respect for you. Nigga, you scum, I'll kill your bitch ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's, like, I saw him at medical one day. He didn't even know who I was. And I could have walked up on him and bust him in his shit just on GP. You get what I'm saying? What you did to my little cousin. But God gonna deal with him. So, like I say, that incident happened. So fast forward, here it is. I've been out for a little while now. And now that we both came to an understanding that, you know, she's not perfect. I can't expect her to be perfect. She's just a woman trying to figure things out, but I'm proud of her now. She has a CNA license. She's actually getting money that she deserves and worth for working so hard in that career field, instead of her getting paid the bare minimum. And I'm just proud of her progress, and I'm proud of her process, that she didn't give up and she didn't quit on herself. Like, she just had a birthday on the 30th. So happy birthday to Mama Angela. You know, I love you. I appreciate you not aborting me, bringing me here, even though, you know, my dad was the love of your life and it didn't pan out and you had 4 other children after me. But I appreciate, you know, the change in you. I appreciate how you grown as a woman. It took you 60 some years to get to this point, but I guess it's better late than never. So we have to understand that we have to heal as a family at times. Like, I don't deal with everybody in my on my mom's side, which is true, because they keep confusion. Now, if it's that type of situation, I understand, forgive them, then love them from a distance, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to always agree. Some situations are sometimes unrepairable, but that's when God has to come in and you have to pray and ask God to help you with that. to help you overlook some of those things that you hold on to, some of that hurt that resonates in you. You know what I'm saying? And like for me, it's just amazing that at the end of the day, you know, I was able to salvage that relationship with her because, you know, I could still be the son that don't fuck with my mama and all that. And that could be, it could have been a situation where I never had a relationship, you know. So we have to always try to be understanding. My mama didn't know how to be a mom. My mama didn't know how to be a woman. She just was led how she was led, you know. Sometimes we get bad advice from family. It happens like that sometimes. Sometimes we don't get the best circumstances from family. But at the end of the day, we have to learn to heal, and we have to learn to forgive, and we have to learn to try to do our best to move on. And I know it's not easy. There's people that hate certain family members for things that they done, not just to them, or done to they family, their mom or their dad or their sibling or something, you know. Like I say, when it comes to certain situations, I understand a person's position. You know, I've been in an abusive home. I've been in an abusive situation. So I understand. Like, I had to forgive Miss McCauley only because I saw how she had a hold on me, whether she's dead or alive. Like, she had that grip on me for most of my life because of the seeds that she planted in my mind as a child. And certain words would trigger certain reactions out of me. You know, so nobody wins within family feuds. And I understand the family feuds are sometimes detrimental at times. But I'm just giving y'all my observation on, you know, the title. Because sometimes we can salvage these situations. Sometimes we can salvage these relationships. Sometimes it takes the bigger person to go and be like, and I know a lot of people don't like being the bigger person. I hate that shit. I cannot stand having to turn the other cheek or be this way or be that way when I really want to fuck somebody up. I understand that, but sometimes, you know, God allows us to have another opportunity to change things, to change the trajectory of situations that might have turned out bad in the beginning, you know. Sometimes you'll fight a person as a stranger and that person becomes your best friend after the altercation, just because sometimes it's a mutual respect between two people. It was a misunderstanding how the fight evolved, but the outcome was a friend for life sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes we fight, sometimes we gonna have our differences, sometimes we gonna, you know, we gonna be assholes, we gonna be stubborn, we gonna be all kind of shit, you know? Doesn't make you right, doesn't make you wrong, but it's about how you handle it. Like, I have a lot to handle when it comes to me, because like I say, I have issues with my children's moms, and I really want to be able to be cordial with them. I don't want to argue, I don't want to be, you know, cussing them out, going off on them and shit like that, but sometimes I'm not going to sit there and just keep taking shit from you. I'm not going to sit here and just let you talk to me any kind of, because a nigga in the street can't talk to me like that. There's consequences behind that shit. I don't hit women. I don't glorify it. It's just not who I am. I've been cut. I've been cut in my face with a knife, and I've been cut on my body with a knife. I wear the scars to this day. But that's just women who have mental health issues. That's women who done been through shit in their life from childhood to adulthood, and it either has something to do with their relationship with their father that they don't have, or they wish they could have better, or a man that came into their life that wasn't the person God brought into their life. You know, because like, we have to understand, we pick and choose the people that we bring into our lives. And the outcome is just the outcome. Sometimes God don't want us to bring these people in. Sometimes these people are supposed to give us directions on how to get to the nearest Walmart, and it turned into a full-blown relationship outside of what he wants us to have in the first fucking place. And then we wonder why sometimes we be sitting in there wondering, like, how the fuck did I even get tied up with this person? I ask myself a lot of times about a lot of relationships that I've been a part of. You know? So I'm not the only one, and y'all not the only one that have these questions and stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm glad I was able to rectify some of these situations. I was able to forgive these people and move forward. Because like I say, nobody wins when the family feuds. This is the holiday season, and it's a lot of people who lost loved ones who are not going to be able to celebrate and share that moment because they're not here anymore. And it's like every time I hear something about somebody passing away that I grew up with or I know, it kind of bothers my mind sometimes. And it sometimes feel like, God, I just need more time because I don't know when. And that's the thing about life and death. You never know when. You just know a time and a day gonna be there with your number on it, you know. And that's why you live your life to the best of your ability. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the time that He gives you here on earth. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, that's all you got is your time. So value it and cherish it, because you never know. Like these people who passed, from Lulu to Jermaine to Prince, they didn't know that was their last week on earth. They didn't know that was their last opportunity to tell their mom and dad that they love them and stuff like that. They didn't know. So for it to be like that, it's kind of crazy. Excuse me. We do this when Miss Gladys is bothering me. She won't stay the fuck out of her. She want to keep playing with her toys in this motherfucker while I'm trying to do my podcast. But it's all good. Shout out to Miss Gladys. But like I said before, I appreciate all my listeners. I appreciate everybody taking time out of their day to hear what I have to say about family. You know what I'm saying? If you got family that y'all have actual beef or misunderstanding, even if you don't talk to them personally, just ask God to find it in your heart to forgive them, because He forgive us for the shit we do. So we should be able to forgive the people for the things they do. I understand certain things, certain lines get crossed. That's gonna be hard to do. You know what I'm saying? But even if it's something along molestation or something like that, just ask God to forgive them, touch their sick mind, and and just forgive them from a distance and from afar. But like I say, nobody wins with a family feud. So I want y'all to have a blessed and wonderful Monday, and hopefully we'll be back, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we have more episodes, greater things to talk about, and I'm gonna try to do more to be better than I am. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been on point like I supposed to, and I'm gonna change that, so just remember, I appreciate the love. I appreciate everything you listeners listen to, and the responses that y'all give me and everything like that. But those who don't rock with me, man, y'all gonna fucking die for all I care. Y'all can die slow like Eazy-E, and I'm out.
The streets told me it was a problem. It's a problem, you gotta say my name, nigga. You know where I've been. I'm all over the place like dog shit. Matter of fact, I'ma help you out. Let's go ahead and get that young about it. But hit him up on Twitter. At the realest nigga alive. You wanna get that cannon? Go ahead and do that. And fuck you hating ass niggas at gmail.com. Trapper down 2.
You niggas thought I was gone, just gon' go away. Want me gone like the wind and just blow away. Want me hang up my mic and put the blow away. While I refuse to let them treat me like a throwaway. Remember times, nigga, I was doing 4 a day. Same nigga 4 times made me 80K. Now I'm feeling like the shit took me 2 hours. Now I gotta count this shit, took me 2 hours. 4 12s in the back, now that's my favorite drum. Black Chevelle, white stripes, looking like a skunk. Black souls, white stripes, that's my favorite dump. 40 cal, stainless steel, that's my favorite pump. You got a problem on your hands, running with the big bells. I got a problem on my hands. There's a problem on the set. Know that boy problem, he got a problem on his neck. You got a problem with me, bitch. Seeing how you looking, you got a problem with my clique. that? What the fuck's a hustle if you don't sweat? What good's the workout if it don't stress? And what's the sense of having muscle if you don't flex? And every day is something new, I'm thinking what next? And when it rains it pours and niggas get wet. And when he shoots he scores, got niggas upset. And niggas want me to lose, I think the cards fixed. Trying to make it rough on your dog, I think the yard fixed. You got a problem on your hands, bro. Big bells, I got a problem on my hands. Cause there's a problem on the set. Know that boy problem, he got a problem on his neck. You got a problem with me, bitch. Seeing how you looking, you got a problem with my clique. Is there a problem in this bitch? As long as you niggas know there be some problems in this bitch. Y'all got a problem in the fuck around with young, I leave a problem in the You damn right, got no problem getting loose. Don't know what you niggas problem, you got a problem with the truth? Yeah, cause I'm a problem in the coop. Gotta call tech support, I'm having problems with my roof. Roger that, that's your problem, where's your roof? Plus I think the white got a problem with my tooth. All day, back and forth, who's whiter? All day, Black K, Al-Qaeda. These niggas want me to bail, I ain't bail yet. These niggas want me to fail, I ain't fail yet. Yeah, you got a problem on your hands, rolling with the big bells, I got a problem on my hands. Cause there's a problem on the set. Know that boy problem, he got a problem on his neck. You got a problem with me, bitch. Seeing how you looking, you got a problem with my clique. Is there a problem in this bitch? As long as you niggas know there be some problems in this bitch.
The Cannon.